Well, good morning there, sports fan. Uh, kind of sitting around the house this morning, down in the low 20s this morning. Wasn't in no big hurry to get out, but we're going to start the day off. I got a buddy just called, said he got a water pipe broke up under his house. So, the old house set up off the ground, so he needs some help getting that fixed. So that's going to start off this Thursday morning. See y'all in a little bit. Well, you know, on these cold mornings when you get up and get started, you know, just curious, does anybody else have all of their stuff on one side of the toolbox in the truck and the other side mostly empty? I mean, I just wondered, is that just me or is somebody else that way? All right, I apologize, kind of got in a hurry, got started this morning. What we ended up doing, just putting a cutoff valve on that right there. So he still got this spigot here. He got one of those outdoor furnaces. Every once in a while, I had to add a little water to, so we left that for that. He get that wrapped back up today. Be back in business. So now we're gonna move right along, go see what else we can get into today. Ain't no telling. All right, here we go. We got our, we got the water line fixed today. And remember those things we were making? The other one, I hope that comes out about right. The when TikTok went down, so did CapCut. CapCut's what I edited on. I had a bunch of trouble anyway. I ain't got CapCut anymore, so now I'm trying to get all this other done back. But anyway, we're making these. These are a different size than the other ones. So today, what I want to do is show you the DRO, how it works, and what we're doing with that while I'm doing machining. What I did, I ended up running in there and I made me a cut. And then I measured that. I mic'd that out to right there. And it come up to 0.677. So 677 thousandths. My piece of tube that's got to go in there is 877 thousandths, just so happened. So I got my DRO set there. When that number right there reaches there we go. That's how big that'll be, and I ain't got a fool and trying to mic all that other stuff and figure all that out. Well, this is what happens when in the middle of the day somebody decides they done got on to make a U-turn down here on a busy highway. Thank goodness wasn't anybody hurt. All right, well, we finally got back from wrecks and all that other stuff. We'll see if we can get this going. I'm gonna be moving you around some, but I'm gonna try to get you to where you can see everything. I know you can't see all of this real good. My phone thing won't turn real good in one direction. I don't know. Hold on a minute. All right, we back to just moving stuff around because I can't get it to focus where it'll do everything. So, all right, let's get started. It's been a minute. I'm gonna make a little run here and see what we got. Went on and hit a Z-axis to 0. I'm gonna cut that thing about 1/8 deep. Remember, we had to go to 877. Got that whole stick, so I'm not gonna try to disconnect all of that. I'm gonna cut you off a minute and see what I can get done. Took a little old rubber with my plastic hammer and tap that up on there. Hope you can see in there without getting too much light on it. How she come in there to our little stops. That ought to be just right. I believe now we can get started. But first things first, I got to go down to the fire department. My guy called me when he took the truck back down there. The door opener on that bay was still running from where he left, so it about done burnt the belt up on it. So I've called the door people. They're gonna come down there and readjust it, because when you close it, it don't always shut itself off. So we're gonna see if we can get that there fixed and do some paperwork on that wreck and stuff. He wasn't paying attention to all it was. Don't know whether he was on the phone or what, but he turned around in one of them turnaround spots on a 4-lane highway. Never looked. He just whooped in there and pulled right back out and right in front of a truck. The guy, the tractor trailer truck driver, he didn't skid no time. I mean, he was right there on him when he pulled out. He could absolutely do nothing. Anyway, let's go see what else we're gonna do. Well, all right there, we're down here at the Tippy Volunteer Fire Department. Uh-oh. Ah, doggone. If that darn nut right there would have fell in that crack, that would have been the end of this video. Tell you that right now. Been coming down here, gonna put this in there, and hadn't done it yet. Our air compressor messed up, and the pressure switch was bad on it. So I had to put another pressure switch on it. And I've been gonna video it, and I hadn't done it, but I gotta get that one line there hooked back up so we can get this in the video for something else. Let me get this here done. I'll holler back at y'all. All righty, we got her plugged up. Let's see what happens. There we go. I get this line hooked back up on the truck. That way when cause we got a little leak in there on the secondary system. So when we get in there, she'll be ready to rock and roll. Well, all right, it cut off. That's the main thing. That's what we was trying to get done. So there we go. Got everything aired up so we'll be able to go at a moment's notice. All right, I backed the wire down on that thing a little bit. One of my suggestions from one of my watchers, and I decided, I said, well, I'm gonna speed it up a little bit too, and I shouldn't have sped it up. It's still a nice, clean little old bead around there, welded good. I mean, these things don't really hold anything, but I'd still like my profile to be a little better. I'm gonna slow it back down for the next one. You can see on the inside, they've sugared it up a little bit, so it got plenty hot in there. So I'm not gonna get too much more carried away. I just had to be satisfied with that because I don't want to burn through that tube. I know I've been asked before, how do I run my MIG machine? Well, I just take it, disconnect that. Let's see if I can hold this. Well, anyway, I got 2 spade terminals. It'll go into my contactor switch there. Takes it off of the lead. and just got it wired into just an on-off toggle switch on that end right there. And that's the way I cut it off and on. And then there's my pedal to mash it, to make her spin. So that's it. That last one I welded, something happened, something moved somewhere. That my lead, when it's in there, I had to put it in there kind of crooked to get it pointed back toward it. And that had slipped a little bit or something, and it was off between starting and finishing. So I had to do a little hand repair on that. Don't really like to do that, but hey, it's life. Everything ain't perfect. At least it ain't in my world anyway. Well, all right, well, there's the next set. They were a little different than the other ones, than the original ones. This tube here was a bigger diameter and everything, so I had to machine that there out a little deeper, but didn't have quite as much room for the weld, so she kind of wadded up a little bit more on me. But anyway, it'll do what it's supposed to do. Well, all right, well, this is what we got. We finished them up. These are different from the ones we did the other day, but this tube here goes down in there. It's a mixer tube, and it goes down in there and bottoms out on that tube, and the ends left sticking out there. They can put the do the glue application with that right there. So that's what that piece does. So there we go, another job well done. Moving on to see what else we're gonna do. Well, all righty, that gets us through this week right here. We've fixed water lines, worked some wrecks, machined some parts, and done a little bit of welding. So that's probably about all we can get into this week. This is Saturday, so we're gonna wrap this up. You know what tomorrow is. Be careful, stay safe, go to church on Sunday. See you later.